so here is our beautiful sunset or sunrise, whichever you think it should be, little card. I loved this. Now, a couple things before we get started. Remember, I sent you 2 of these sheets, so don't be afraid to experiment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the light cloud cover. And I'm going to work in small sections, okay? The reason for that is we want that blend. And if this dries down while we're working on a different section, it's not going to blend as well. So small sections is the way to go with this type card when you want that blending look, okay? Also, I'm going to be messy when I'm coloring this. I'm not worried about this ship because we're going to take this one and we're going to color it and we're going to cut it out and we're going to layer it on top. So let me show you my first practice piece. You can see I've colored on that ship. It's okay because that's going to get covered. You're not even going to see it if I choose to use this one. Now I played with my colors on this. I even played with that secret C and darkened in those lines. I felt like it was a little bit harsh, but my husband really liked this one. He felt like that was some sort of style. I don't remember what he called it, but he really liked it. I thought it was a little too much. So in the end, I went with my second one, but that's why I gave you extra materials. Don't be afraid to play. Okay, so I'm gonna start, oops, I got a hair on there. I'm gonna start at the top and I'm just gonna lay down. Now, one thing I will caution you about, when I was blending, I did the cloud cover and then I brought in my yellow and it created green on my project, which I didn't really love, but yellow and blue makes green. So I'm gonna not blend as much yellow and cloud cover and see if we can avoid that green. And I'm gonna take a darker hue. So this is light daffodil. I don't know. We're just gonna dive into it. We're gonna see what happens. And then, because really the dark, I don't know. This is just a card sketch. So really, this is where your playing maybe off your project will come in. I think I am gonna go for some light Daffodil Delight. We're just gonna do it, guys. Don't be scared. So see, I'm feathering it on, but I'm not mixing, I'm not blending, because I don't really want that green hue. And I'm not worried about my sail because, like I said, that will all be covered. And I'm not worried about the edge because we're gonna cut it away. So in that way, you can be very free with your pen strokes and things like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go light to dark and back to light, I think, for this. So I'm gonna grab some Lemon Lolly in dark, but use what you have. Maybe you use Darling Duckling for here. It's whatever you got, right? I'm gonna put more of that. It's still pretty light. And like I said, we're gonna be going back over this in a little bit. And for that, I don't want it to blend because I want like those colors to show. So now I think we're gonna take some light Timid Tiger, and I am gonna blend that. So I'm bringing that up into the yellow and then down. I know, it looks like a hot mess right now. Don't worry, we'll pull it all together at the end. And now, what do we got here? So we have the timid tigers. Oh, pumpkin pie. Gotta get myself together. Now I'm gonna bring light pumpkin pie into that light timid tiger and down into the water line. I'm just gonna feather it. I'm not gonna cover it completely, just feather it in there. Let me make sure I'm in frame. Now I'm gonna go back in with my light cloud cover. And I'm gonna bring it up. There's a definite line here where the water, the horizon is. So I'm gonna bring that right through that orange. I'm gonna color in my water. Now, let's go in with some pumpkin pie in the dark color. I'm gonna start lining this through kind of streaky, like that, and into the water a little bit. So it's kind of bouncing off the water and through the air. We're gonna let that blend a bit. You can see it, it's kind of doing its magic. Do you hear Kirby? He's looking for me. Okay, so now I'm gonna take some dark Daffodil Delight. Sorry, I got a little mixed up here. Here we go. Oh no, this is dark Darling Duckling, which is fine. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to utilize the lines, but also add some extras and dot that through the yellow. It's just giving kind of like play with the colors and the gradient effect. Now I'm going to take dark cloud cover. I'm going to tip that through here a bit. And definitely just kind of do that. Okay, now while I let that dry down, which it's looking pretty good, what are you guys thinking? I might want some more. You don't want too much color on your water because it will start to look muddy, but that's where we're gonna come in with the Secret Sea. And I think I'm gonna do the light Secret Sea first. And just kind of tip it. Use the picture, use the lines. We want more around where the boat shadowing is. And I'm gonna go in with the light, or actually the dark, sorry. And I'm gonna put more where the shadowing is. Kirby, you're okay. And just a little bit, like that. So there's my shadow. Now let's see. It's kind of a harsh line. I'm going to take just a little bit of that lemon and feather. Not a lot, because you don't want a lot of green, but just to kind of even it out, just a little bit. Okay, so that's more of a gradient, more of a changing effect. And if you're worried about creating green, you can leave off the blue and just put yellow all the way up to the top. That is an option as well. And now it's basically just playing with your colors. Maybe adding another few streaks. Now that your color has dried down, it won't blend as much, so you can get more of those dark streaks in there. It's up to you. Okay. And I'm gonna take a little bit of that. Oh, I don't want to tighter. Let's see, Dark Darling Duckling. Just put a few more lines. Okay, I think that's beautiful. I know right now it looks a little bit of a hot mess because of this, but it's okay. We're gonna fix it. No worries, friends. All right, now I'm going to take some bronze, but you could certainly do any brown color you would like, or even blue. I suggest if you're going to do a color, you might not want to use the same as the water because it would kind of blend into the background, but brown is good, or you could do a maybe even like a maroon, try cobbler if you really wanted a pop, but I like the brown. Okay, now for my sail, I didn't want to color it, so I'm just going to go in with a little bit of that cloud cover, and I'm just gonna do a couple lines, not a lot. You could definitely color it if you wanted. For me, that was enough. Just a little bit of highlight or low light or whatever. Whatever floats your boat, you know? Then I'm gonna take some cherry cobbler. I'm just gonna fill in that little pennant flag. Okay. Now, go ahead and bring your paper trimmer in. And we're gonna trim down our base picture. Let's do, it's gonna be a little bit smaller. I like to give you guys measurements. So about 3.5 inches wide. And trim that top. And do about 4.5. So 3.5 by 4.5, just like our fish. All right, so we're gonna cut that away. Now, I'm gonna go off camera and I'm going to fussy cut out my sailboat. When I'm done, we're gonna come back and then we'll make our card. And we're back. So in your card kit, you got another card base, your card insert, a cute piece of DSP for a little decoration, and this banner. Now, for this, I use the mixed labels stamp set and then this die that coordinates. And so I figured you could use whatever sentiment you would like, but I really thought this was cute, the saying, "for great friend." So I'm gonna put that on there, or for a great friend. And then for the inside, just a note to let you know you're on my mind, right? Very cute, very simple. This could definitely be a masculine card, I feel like. So you might want to use it for a birthday or that special man in your life. So I'm going to use Secret C, but you could use black for the sentiment. It's up to you. Okay. Very good. And center it. Very cute. Okay. Now we'll get this together. I'm gonna put my inside in. I did the top open, or top fold. I don't know what you would call this. I oriented the card differently. It's still an A2, but I kind of liked, because this photo was long, you know, the picture was long, it just made sense to me. I don't know, something different, I guess. So take some dimensionals, and I'm just gonna pop up my sailboat to give it a little bit of a 3D effect on the water, right? We're gonna see it through your little seam here. And that's kind of what makes the 3D effect work on this. Okay. All right, what do you think? Isn't that pretty? Now, what I chose to do, because this is not a perfect mat of my card, was I centered it and put it more towards the top of the card base. Like that. Now let's take a few more dimensionals. Got them. And I'm going to pop up this banner. Okay. And you want to bring that down into the blue space, but a little bit on your water as well. Like that. Okay? And I did not put gems on this, I know, but I felt to make it a masculine card, and you really don't need them, let your gorgeous coloring work for you. I hope you enjoyed this. Let's flip up and say goodbye. Okay guys, that's it. 2 cards done. I hope you enjoyed this class. If you would like to sign up for our next class, next month's colors are going to be Poppy Parade and Soft Seafoam. So I'll see you soon. Bye.